Good morning, kindergarten. It is Mrs. Merritt here, and today we are going to do Module 5, Lesson 3. And our objective is I can count and circle a group of 10 and describe it as 10 ones and some more ones. So for today's lesson, you will need something to write with and something to write on. Go ahead and pause me and we'll get started right away. All right, so just like you did the other day, if you did the extra challenge, we're going to put some objects on the screen and we need to make sure there are 10 there by counting them, okay? So that's how we're going to prove that there are 10 in that group. So let's start. 1, I'm just going to switch it up. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, I have a question. Are there more objects over here? Yeah, there are. Okay, but our objective today says we are going to circle a group of 10 and then find the leftover ones and then say, I have a group of 10 and blank ones, however many are left over. So we have 10 because we counted them. So we'd circle that. So you'd say, I have 10 ones, and how many ones are left over here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we would say, I have 10 ones and 6 ones. That would match our picture. Let's go on to the next problem. All right. So for this problem, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to count a group of 10. Now, there's an easy way to spot a group of 10 if we keep our 10 frame for this problem in the back of our head. Now, remember, our 10 frame looks like this. It's that rectangle and those lines in between. I'm sorry, this is not the best drawing. But is our 10 frame full? Yeah, so how many ones are in that 10 frame? 10. Okay, so we have 10 ones, and how many ones left over? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I want you to pause me and think about how you would say that. You have 10 ones and how many more ones? Go ahead. So we would say, I have 10 ones and 3 ones. An easy way to remember what we're going to do today is if we're circling a group of 10, that means we're always going to have 10 ones there. But then we have some extra over here, and that extra is a group of ones too. So you're going to say, I have 10 ones, and then how many are left over? Which, if we count, is 1, 2, 3. Okay, next problem. We're going to do the same thing. I want you to draw 11 triangles on your paper or your whiteboard. Go ahead, pause me and draw 11 triangles. Okay. Now, within that group, we have to find a group of 10 because 10 ones makes 1 10. So we have to find this group of 10. We could count, or we could see if we could look for maybe a 10 frame. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I was supposed to be circling as we go. 6, 7. So we're going to add that to our group. 8, 9, 10. There's your 10 ones. However you circled your 10 ones is fine. But what we need to make sure is that you're not circling them one by one, like this. If you're circling them like this, that's just showing a group of 1. We want to show a group of 10 ones, which is shown by our circle here. It's a big circle to show 10 ones, okay? So we have 10 ones, and how many ones left over? How many triangles? Just this one. So we have 10 ones and how many ones? 1 1. Very good. Now the next one, I'm warning you, is going to be your challenge, okay? So get those thinking caps ready. I would like you to draw 14 circles, okay? Draw 14 circles on your paper and then pause. So pause me. Draw 14 circles on your paper and then unpause me. All right, now with those 14 circles, I want you to find a group of 10 and circle that group of 10. Now remember, you're not circling them one by one, you're circling a whole group, so a really big circle. Okay? Go ahead, and then we'll see. We'll come back together and we'll see what we have. Okay. So this one doesn't look like a 10 frame at all, does it? No. So we're going to have to count as we circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh boy. 9, 10. And then let's just double count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You always want to make sure you circled only 10. So it's always good to go check and count, or count to check your answer, I should say. Okay, so we have 10 ones, and then how many ones are left over? 1, 2, 3. Very good. So I have 10 ones and 3 ones is how I would solve this problem. I have 10 ones and I have 3 ones. Okay, now you are going to draw 15 squares on your paper, and then you're going to circle your group of 10. And the last thing I need you to do is tell me how many you have 10 ones and blank ones. So how many ones are left over out of that group of 10? Go ahead and pause me for a few minutes. Draw 15 squares. Circle your group of 10. And then figure out how you would say how many 10s and 1s we have. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on my screen while you work on yours. So go ahead and pause me. I'm going to pause you too so that we can share our answers in a minute. All right, so I circled my group of 10 on the screen. We can double check and count. I want you to count along as well to see if you circled just 10 too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I have 10 ones, and then how many ones do I have left over? And how many ones do you have left over? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 10 ones and 5 ones. If you didn't get it, it's okay. It's kind of tricky. Okay, our last one. For our last one, I'm going to circle the group of 10. And I want you to say, I have 10 ones and blank ones. Your blank is how many you have left over from your group of 10. Okay? So look at this picture. I did the circling. You don't need to do anything on your paper. All I need you to do is shout out how many 10 ones and blank ones I have showing in this picture. Oh, those are some good answers. Let's see what we got. I heard lots of your answers. You're doing good. So I have 10 ones, and I have 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry about that. Let's start back counting over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 10 ones, and how many ones? 6 ones. Great job. Okay, so for today's exit ticket, to show me what you know, what we're going to do is you have 2 different options. You can do one sheet if you want, or you can do both sheets. On this sheet, you're going to count things into groups of tens and say, I have 10 ones and blank ones. So your blank is going to be how many are left over. And then, oh, I'm so excited for this, to see this. They give you a certain problem. Like this one says, I have 10 ones and 3 ones. You can draw a picture of 10 ones and 3 ones for me. You could go get things around the house and show me 10 ones and 3 ones. Remember, all your objects don't have to be the same, right? When we did our first problem, everything was a little different, but we still showed that we had 10 ones and 3 ones. Okay, there's so many different ways you can show me that you understand this. And then there's another one down here. So like I said, you can do one or both sheets to show me what you know.